Hello, everybody, and then welcome. We will be discussing strings in Python. Strings are as essential as they are versatile, used in almost every Python program you can think of. So let's get started. Um, there's a couple of things that we're going to go ahead and learn today. One of the ones that we will be discussing is counting numbers by characters using the len function. To find the length of a string in Python, use the len function. For instance, let's say word and Python. Okay. So we're writing the print statement. Okay. Len for length. Okay. And then word, which is we're finding the length of the word that we put on top. The output for word, well, for Python that we're looking for should be 6. Okay. The length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So let's go ahead and run it. Okay. So the length for Python is 6 characters. Okay. And that's what the len is for length. Now you can go ahead and do some exercise with this. You can go ahead and change the word to anything that you guys like. So you guys can go ahead and play around with it and give you a little bit more training on that. Now we're going to go ahead and start creating empty strings. You can create empty strings like this. We can go ahead and put empty string, okay, equals, oops, okay, and that will give you an empty string. And another way you can go ahead and do another empty string could be implemented by putting a string and open and close. See, it didn't give me anything. Okay, sometimes these empty strings are better to learn because there's going to be times where you have to have empty strings, spaces, however you want to call it. Okay, so one thing that also can be helpful is the escape sequences. Escape sequences like the /n for a new line, or you can also put /t for a tab can be handy. So an example for this would be the print. And we're going to go ahead and write hello /n and then world. Okay. Okay. So as we notice, the /n put hello first, and then another line went to world. So what it's doing here, instead of writing print statement and then what this is doing is, let's go ahead and explain this to you a little bit more. And So instead of doing print, my goodness. Instead of doing this right here and putting hello world, all you're doing is just saving lines by using the /n. Okay, and that's pretty much what it is. It's just now for the tab. Ooh. One moment. Oh my goodness. Just give me an error. Give me 1 minute real quick. Okay, I apologize for that. I found my error. What I did here is I had a, so by putting T, what you're gonna add for that is, instead of doing the tab to give you the 5 spaces, you put /T and it gives you the tab for the 5 spaces. Okay, so the N puts it on the second line, and the T gives you 5 spaces. Now this can be very, very handy when you're writing a game and you don't wanna put spaces in between that. Just put the /T, so they can be like hello world or hello Bob. So let's go ahead and play around with this. I'm gonna go ahead and write one. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it so I can go ahead and just write it down, and we can play around with this. So give me 1 minute. Okay, so just like I mentioned earlier, variables, I put the name and I went ahead and put Luis. So we're gonna go ahead and put print. Of course, it's a hello with the tab, and then Luis, so that way it looks hello Luis. Just makes it a lot cleaner when you can also, you know, it's pretty much the same thing by doing that. But if you want to just go ahead and make sure that you have the same, you know, it just depends how you want to do it. You want to use the tab or you just want to put spaces. So that one, the other one we're going to be using is string concatenation. To combine strings, you simply add them together. Okay, and it's pretty much almost the same thing that we've been talking about. You do the print. Okay. You put hello plus world. So the way you do that is by you use everything on its own little, you put hello, okay, individual, plus and then individual world, and that should give you two strings into one. So it's hello world. And of course it's going to give you the spacing that it needs. Now if you want to say hello, 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 or hi, 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 you can use the hello, right? And then you're going to put times. Let's go with 3. Okay, the output should say hello, hello, hello. Okay. If you want to fix this, make sure you put a space here so that way it can be separate words. Hello, hello, hello. If you want to do an exercise and you want to go ahead and put dashes, you know, hello, hello, hello. So you can go ahead and play around with this, and you can do pretty much anything that you guys want, repeating anything with dashes, with spaces, or whatever you guys like, commas. Okay, another thing that you guys can go ahead and do it is called membership operators, in and not in. You can check for substrings, like an example. Let's go ahead and put print. And then we're going to put pi. Okay, and then we're going to put in. So we're using the in for Python. Okay, now if you want to get this as a true statement, we're going to get a true statement because there is py in Python. Another way that you can do this is by, let's say, for example, we're going to go do this as lowercase, and then we're going to go ahead and put not in. Not in Python. We're going to get a true statement. Okay, why? Because this is lowercase p and this is a capital P. So remember, when everything has to be the way you want it to be. And if you want to get a false statement, we can go ahead and do a capital P. And it's giving you a false statement because pi is in Python, the way you write it. You can also do accessing individual characters in a string. You can access individual characters using the index notation. Okay, so before we talk a little bit more on that, let me go and give you guys an example. And I will talk about this a little bit more. Something that I did not talk about earlier. Okay, so the output should be 3. I mean T. So why is that? So when you're writing code and for every single line, the first letter is always going to be 0. The second letter is going to be 1. The third letter is going to be 2. Okay, so when you're doing Python, P is 0, Y is 1, and T is 2. So when you're looking for the character in a string, individual character in a string, and you want to get the true character string, you got to make sure that you start with 0. Okay, so let's go ahead and put 0 here. And it's giving me a P. Okay, so like I mentioned before, the first letter of every single thing that you're looking for is going to be 0. And one thing that you can also do is you can go ahead and slice strings. Slicing helps to extract a range of characters. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on that one. Print. We're going to go ahead and put Python. Okay. We're going to look for 1 and 1 through 4, should I say. Okay, we're going to look for 1 through 4. Now, the outcome for looking for 1 through 4, the output for that should be Y, because Y is 1, T is 3, and H is 4. Okay, run the program, Y, T, H, because 1, Y, hold on. Okay, yeah, Y is 1, T, 2 is T, H is 3, my bad, and then 4 is going to be 0, but we're not doing because we're looking inside 1 and 1, 2, and 3. I do apologize for that, for confusing you guys a little bit on that one, but yes, that's the way it works. We're never going to be looking for the last number here, because like if I put 5, it's going to give me the O. Okay, it's not going to give me the N, because we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we're looking for 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Python is a little bit confusing, but once you start working on it and doing this more often than usual, you'll start remembering, just like muscle memory. Okay, one thing that we can also do is we can go ahead and put everything that we wrote as uppercase for everything. That's, so let's say that you want to do print. Okay, and you write Python like this. And you decide to go ahead and want to put everything in upper letter cases. When you run the program, everything is going to go ahead and put in upper uppercase. So you might want to be wondering like, okay, well, why not write everything in uppercase? I get that, but it's in the program where you can use the upper to go ahead and make all this uppercase. Because you can also do lowercase. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to learn more about Python, go ahead and subscribe so that way you guys can get the latest videos that I'll be doing. I will be working on Python this the end of this month and the beginning of next month, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move on to another project. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I wanted to do a while back, is using the Sophia, and I believe it's gonna be the Java that I'll be working on. It's gonna be actually for credits. If you guys are not familiar with Sophia, there are some universities that take Sophia credits. If you can, there are some programs and stuff where you can go ahead and get the first month for free, or I don't know if that's still available, but there's one that you pay $100 a month, and if you're able to have a lot of free time, you can go ahead and do the Java in 1 month and just pay $100 for those 3 credits. So that's one of the things that is cool about Sophia, is that if you do have an open schedule, you can go ahead and do everything in 1 month and just pay $100 instead of paying 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 for 3 credits. So I'll be working on that once I'm done with this program of Python, and I'll just be jumping into the Java. So if you guys want to learn Java, just subscribe and we'll go on our journey together. Till next time.